Hello once again YouTube, Chris and I bringing you some Starmade today. Oh my gosh, I got a few things to show you. Some pretty cool stuff. I made a new ship and a new drone for you guys to look at, and not much else, but yeah, I wanted to show you some stuff. Here we have some cool spaceship that I downloaded off Starmade dock. It is, what is it called? What is it called? A Solaris. Chances are, if you go to like newest content, you'll see it on the first page of the Starmade content community stuff. I hope the guy that made it doesn't mind me showing it off, but I'm sure he won't because, you know, content for you guys and, you know, spreading the news about his ship-making capabilities to others. So yeah, it's like a cargo ship. It's pretty cool. I like the whole idea of, you know, having big canisters on the side and attaching them via those rails or whatever. That's pretty awesome. And then there's also interior space for cargo stuff. So that's pretty cool. So far, there's like technically absolutely no use for cargo ships in the game at all, simply because of the way you can just like stack massive amounts of materials in a single spot. But that's okay. But today, I'm going to be showing you this type of stuff. Look at this damn thing. Holy shit, this is awesome. This is the Star Trek dry dock, I think. I think that's like all it's called. I'm pretty sure it's just Star Trek dry dock. And oh, this thing is so cool. I love it. I decided that I needed a proper place to build my spaceships, and I looked online for a Star Trek dry dock. And then I found one, and then I imported it and put it in this sector, and oh, it's so freaking cool. It's huge. It's so awesome. I'll show you something else that I'm working on that is on this scale as well, but that's at the very end of the video. But yeah, I didn't import, but I moved all my ships that I'm currently working on inside the inside the dock. I can't speak. Holy shit! And look, I have the Badger. It's in here. Look how small it is compared to the dock. It's like it only fits in like half of the dock. That's crazy. Something happened though when I was messing around with factions. For some reason, factions got messed up while I was messing around with them. The turrets started shooting at me, and by shooting at me, they had to shoot through the Badger. So they punched through the Badger, broke stuff. I repaired it, but when I came in to the game the next time, everything that I repaired, like the areas that had chunks that were broken, are disappeared. I don't know what happened. They are gone. So now I have to repair the Badger. A little bit of a setback, but it shouldn't take too long. It's kind of obvious what I have to fix and how to fix it. It's just really annoying, and I hope that it doesn't continue, because I heard stuff like this is like a continuously breaking thing. You can repair the area that is broken, but it will, you know, other sections might get broken or something. I don't know. That's what I read at least. But real quick, I'm going to show you a fighter drone that I made. I'm going to open up this hangar. This is the actual station section of the dry dock, and look, there it is. This is the drone that I made. It looks a little bit big for a drone, and I'll explain why. If you're a non-EVE player, you'll know nothing about this. If you are an EVE player, you may know something about this. Let me get out of this ship. Let me go turn on gravity real quick. Okay, I guess I accidentally tried to use a weapon or something. So yes, this is the Minmatar Einherji, if that's how you pronounce it. This is a fighter drone for the Minmatar race, although anyone can use it on EVE Online. And basically, it's like a fighter jet for space. And it looks Minmatar because it is a Minmatar fighter drone. Duh. So, it's a lot bigger than a regular drone because it's actually piloted by somebody. There's a pilot inside here, and it's basically like the F-16 equivalent of a drone in space. Or something. I don't know. But it's really cool, and I'm going to show it to you real quick, just, you know, some of the capabilities of this thing. We're going to... No, I think I just jumped into the wrong thing there, so let's not do that. You can just jump into the ship core from the ground, so that's pretty cool. We're going to fly out of here. As you can tell, it is draining power, so I'm going to try and add a few more power modules before I release this for download. That being said, it's not finished yet, simply because anything that has weapons on it is not going to be 100% complete until the weapons update comes out, and I can get all those cool weapons effects and all those cool modifiers for weapons and stuff. We're going to come over here and we're going to shoot at some of these ships. But real quick, just take a look at the shape of this thing. It's pretty freaking cool. I love it. It's just weird. It looks weird. It's kind of scary, but I love it, and it's really cool. Take a look at, like, you know, what it looks like online if you want to get a better idea. Minmatar Einherji, if you can figure out how to spell that, because I'm not going to tell you how to do it. You're going to come over here and shoot at this asteroid. As you can see, nothing on this ship is really powerful. But if you get, like, you know, a dozen of these things, I'm sure they can, you know, start to really annoy you. So, let's shoot some missiles. Did I shoot the missiles? I did not. Shoot the missiles. There we go. As you can see, not much damage. Not much damage at all. And we're going to come up here onto the other side where it's clean. I think these are the better missiles. What are these? No, they're not. Oh, yes, they are. They're the lock-on missiles. We're going to shoot those. And as you can see, it does punch a hole into stuff. I just don't know if that's, you know, how much damage it would give to actual hull. Probably not, because this is just a rock. So, don't expect it to be that powerful when attacking actual ships. But, you know, that being said, if you had like a dozen of these things, I'm sure they'd actually start to do some damage to you. I feel like these are like... Ah, fuck, I don't even think these are as powerful as the pirates that come with Starmade, like the default pirate ship. But, you know, like I said, Eve mechanics and the way Eve is a lot different than, you know, Starmade. So it's hard to implement the same, you know, values and the same ratios as you would see in Eve Online. Oh, I can't speak. Over here I have the prototype for the ship that I built. Like I said in my last few videos, I prototype everything I make before I fully make it, because you can't replace, or you can't move the location of the core. So I like to get a ship design down before I place the core in it. So here you can see the ship that I have actually built over the last day and a half or so. A lot faster than I thought it would be, but it's kind of nice, because like I'm not confident when it comes to making ships. I'm not confident I'll be able to accomplish it, because some of them are really complicated looking and I want to make them. But it's nice to actually get a ship done and have it look this good in the end. So this is the Amarr Impairor. It is a rookie ship for EVE Online. It is the Amarr rookie ship. It's basically on par with the capabilities of that ship over there, which is the one I featured in my last episode. I attached turrets to this one this time, so you could get an idea of how big the turrets are on this ship, as well as, you know, where those turrets are and what those turrets are going to look like when I release modules such as turrets for these ships. But for right now, I took the mining turret off the Venture that I built a while ago and put it on this ship. So these are actually mining lasers. They don't actually shoot anything. Sorry to disappoint. So yeah, there's that. And that's pretty goddamn cool. So I think I'll just take you on the inside right now. This is, you know, a starter ship, so it's not going to be very impressive, but it's still pretty big. And this is a frigate. This is a frigate. Keep that in mind. These are pretty big ships already. This is 56 meters long, and that's like half a football field. And it's like a rookie ship, you know? That's like the smallest you can get in EVE Online. So, I mean, that's pretty cool. So this is the cargo hold. Not big cargo hold. Obviously, you couldn't fit, you know, a lot of big machinery in here, but you could fit some things, and generally decent cargo. Amarr are known for having slaves, so I'm sure that this would also serve as like some sort of slave hold. Kind of a little bit ridiculous, because, you know, it's a future and then they have slaves, and that's weird. Well, maybe that's not that weird. I guess slavery is potentially a universal, not constant, but a universal thing that might happen. I also like to think that my ships have structure, like structure as in, like, not just a big block of shield units or power tanks, because I think that's kind of dumb. I mean, it's not that dumb if you, like, make it look like it's a structure. So right here I have capacitor banks. These are basically power tank modules, but arranged so that they're capacitors. And if you look under the underside of the ship real quick, I'll show you. They kind of look like these ribbed sections on the ship. And I think that's really cool. And you could see them going in between each of the ribbed sections so that they add to the effect of the power tank. So that's pretty cool. Back inside. We're going to go upstairs, right? And we're immediately on the bridge. This is the bridge. There's no windows. For some reason, there's not a lot of windows on Amarr ships, and I don't know why. Or at least not a lot of obvious bridge areas. So I'm just going to assume that the bridge of this ship is at the front. A lot of the bridges on these ships are in the back sometimes. And as you can see right here, the pod is directly incorporated into the build. There is no dockable pod for this build, for this ship, simply because there's not enough interior space for it. So I figured that the dockable pod would be somewhere around here, somewhere close to the bridge. I've seen another design where it's like directly behind the bridge. It probably should be a little bit more impressive than this, the whole like pod area, but I didn't want to waste space really just on the pod. I mean, this is already a really big bridge that isn't being used for much other than these 3 chairs and, you know, these computers that are on the edge. There could be something in the middle, but I figured the Amarr, being all religious and elegant and stuff, have very spacious interiors. I don't know why. If you look at the station interiors of EVE Online, they have a fucking huge station interior compared to the other races. It's like a big fucking hangar. Whereas the other races kind of have you on like this dockable like cylinder and like there's, you know, stuff to look at and stuff, but the Amarr always have like this huge hangar inside their stations where you can fit your ship and stuff. So I figured that the interior of all of their buildings are quite spacious. I'm thinking, you know, they're religious. You get a religious vibe when you look at them. You get a very, you know, luxurious vibe from them. They're all gold and ivory color schemed. The closest I can get to gold is this brown, which kind of looks like copper, so I guess that's good enough. I think that's a pretty close match. I don't want to use yellow because it's just too yellow. It's not really gold, it's very yellow. So I get the impression that a lot of, you know, their shit is luxurious, and I think inspiration for that comes from you know, big things like cathedrals. They're very open, grand spaces. A lot of archways as well. So here's a crew quarters, if I could speak. This is a crew complement of maybe 3 or 4 guys, so I figured I'd put in 3 beds. If they had actual beds, that'd be cool. I'm sure they'll be added eventually, but it's not a priority. Here's like, you know, a little makeshift like countertop kitchen thing or something, I don't know. And here's a bathroom, because, you know, space shitting is important business. Back here we have the upper deck to engineering, and down below is the lower deck, obviously, and you can get to that by going through the cargo hold door. So, like I said before, I'm making modules. Keep in mind that these ice crystals are not really part of the ship. I was just outlining the space that the module will occupy, which is a 5x5x4 module, 5x5x4 meter cubed area for the slow slot. And the medium slot modules are 5x4x7. So they're a little bit bigger. They're bigger by like 2 meters on one end. You can access all of the turret docking areas from inside, although I don't know why you would need to. And there's 90% of the power generation is like right there, as well as the engines, which it didn't really take a lot of engines to get it up to speed. And I'm going to fly over to this other area real quick to show you another project I'm working on, and then I'm going to show you this ship with the other texture packs, because that's something I didn't do in the past. But I want to show you this ship with other texture packs, just so you can get an idea of what it'll look like. I'm not going to show you like everything that I just did with other texture packs, but real quick, I have to turn this on. Nav. Oh god. It's 7, 3, -3, right? Yes, okay. I have to turn that on to make sure I'm going in the right direction, because there's a station that I started over here. It's a Sancha bunker, and I think it is pretty damn cool. Real quick, I'll show you that this thing... Oh god. Just turn me around. What are you doing? What are you doing, spaceship? I do have cockpit modules on here so you can see everything. And I like the way that the ship looks when it's flying. And there's one in here, and there's one at the very front, in between the 2 fangs, as I call them, because it looks like there's fangs on the front of this ship. And we're going to come over here, and you're going to see that I've started working on a Sancha hideaway, which is like a bunker. It's like a DED site, which is a dead site, which means it's just like dead space. It's like a dungeon in EVE. And this is like one of the structures that you can find in this particular one. And look how big it's getting. It's getting pretty damn big, and this is to scale. This is how big a Sancha's bunker is. This big circular ring. It's nothing to look at right now, but in the future I'll be working on this, and this will be my new, you know, headquarters, I guess, because there's really no need to go bigger than this when it comes to making stuff in this game. But as you can see, I'm, you know, making some outlines before I completely start building this thing. It's going to be really cool. So, real quick, let me just get aligned to something, and I'll show you what this ship looks like in all the other texture packs. Let me just zoom in real quick. So there you go. And I'll be right back. And holy shit. I don't use this texture pack. This is the cartoon texture pack as described by Starmade's whatever. And wow, it looks way different in this texture pack. I don't know if it's a good thing or a bad thing, but this is like orangish now. What the fuck is going on? I have not really seen an interior with this texture pack, so let me go check out the interior real quick. It doesn't look too crazy. Things certainly do look different. I kind of like this, stands out more. What about the back here? The back is still a little bit washed out because of these ice crystals, which will change in the future. Wow, this is pretty cool though. I like this. This is really awesome. I'm gonna jump through this wall again. Let's go upstairs and check out the upper interior. It's not bad, it's not bad. Obviously I have some issues because I'm using this texture pack. There's some sort of piping that clearly does not match. Some continuity and errors there, but that's alright. Gonna check out the back here. That's pretty awesome. Nice, I like it. I'm also going to check out the other ship real quick. Hopefully. Jump in this pod thing. The Velator, because I never checked out the Velator in the other texture packs, which I'm intended to do. From the outside, it doesn't look like it's changed too much. It's a little bit cleaner looking. Pretty awesome. I'm gonna come over here. I like these doors. They look nice. This is a very clean texture pack, but I like the other one. It's a little bit more rustic, I think. And where's the gravity unity? Let's turn that on. So we have some of these module areas and that, and all this good stuff that you've seen before. I like this interior. This interior seems to be nicer to look at than in the other texture pack, simply because it's so smooth. But that being said, it doesn't feel like a lot of things have depth. It feels very, very too clean cut, which is why I like the other texture pack. Also, I think the other texture pack has bump mapping, and this one doesn't, so that could help. But wow, look at this. Very awesome. Space toilet. Alright, so we're going to take a look at the pixel texture pack, and then we will be done. And here we are in the pixel texture pack. Probably the texture pack that I would use the least often, simply because it's so simple looking and it's very strange. You literally can see the inside of the interior there. Very blue in this texture pack. I don't know if that changes between texture packs or not. The colors of the lights and stuff. This looks the same as before. And in fact, it looks very similar to the other texture pack with all these, you know, lines and stuff going on, these like that. So that's interesting. A very clean look again, but it's a bit more dusty feeling, a bit more faded, maybe. I don't know. But it looks good. I like it. I'm not going to go back into the interior, or maybe I am. I'm a liar. I'm going to go back inside, come on. Who doesn't want to go inside? And in fact, we can go up here too. Bloop, 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 bloop. Look at my maneuvering skills, holy shit. So yeah, it looks pretty good in almost all texture packs. The only problem is, you know, the decorative blocks don't match. So yeah, that's all I have to show you for today. I will be releasing these two ships for download. I said I was going to release the Venture in the last episode. I can't do that because I just realized it's like still a prototype build and I didn't actually build the full version yet. Like these two I did. So I'll be releasing the Impairor, the Velator as downloads. They will be updated in the future, and they will also be equipped with temporary mining lasers until I have actual modules to put up for download as well, at which point the downloads for these will be updated so that they don't have random mining modules on them. Or maybe I will have mining modules on them, simply because you start off the game with a mining laser. So yeah, I think I'll include one or something on there. I don't know. But yeah, that's all I have for today. Thanks for watching. Comment, rate, favorite, subscribe. Leave some feedback down below. I'll have some DayZ for you soon because, oh my god, DayZ is just fucking hilarious with the people I'm playing it with, and I hope you guys will be happy when I put that up because it is just great stuff. So, be expecting that in the future, and I'll see you guys later. Peace.